Feeling the breeze with Emery Single B. This is X Live Africa.
Good morning, welcome to the show. This is S Live Africa. Good morning, Africa, where we talk everything Africa, we talk things Ghana, and of course, this is Ghana's biggest online radio station, and where we live live the X-Way. And I go by the name Kwabna Ibini Teria, aka DJ Fuad, the public enemy who has no one. Of course, I always tell you, it takes so many energy and time to hate, so I don't hate.
After all of that, you receive this. Good morning,
and today is going to be a great show this morning. Yes, I'm not the village girl. You told me you're on your way through the studios. Yes, you are far late. And just like the American presidential jet, it's never called Air Force One until the president is in it. We are set to go. The house is full. Our guest is in. And I'm receiving a lot of calls. I mean, people are like, are you sure Freddie is going to be in the studios? I'm like, he's here. So I know people are itching to see him.
Good morning.
Live on the screens, and people are ready, itching to hear his voice from the microphones, and very soon we're going to do that. Sometimes there's nothing painful and frustrating than when people who supposed to believe in you are doubting you. It's crazy. It can get you depressed. But when you can put yourself out, when you have reason to put yourself out, I mean, you can do it. Donald Trump said that the more they say no, you take that to be yes. The more no they say, you take that to be yes. And that is the spirit of achievers. And that is the man I'm about to talk to. The man you're about to see on your screens right now. So we'll just go straight. As I told you earlier on, this is a man who could not even pay his own SSC registration fees. But today he's paying school fees for many others. And it will shock those of you who are going to watch on Facebook to know that it's not all that grown, man. Yes. And that should tell you that historically all the great men did their great things at a tender age. And that is why we should fight in the whole of Africa to make sure that no analog leader rule a digital citizen. In Africa, we are digital citizens ruled by analog people. Analog means that they are too old to understand our feelings, to understand our aspirations. And this is the time we need to give youth the chance. What was the age of Jesus when he did all the things that he did? According to the Bible, 33. He finished everything under 33. Kwame Nkrumah was in his 30s. Muhammad is in his 30s. I mean, all the great leaders of the world were in their 30s. So those of you who are going to see our guest, Mr. Fredrick Addy, on your screens, don't be shocked. That is one thing the power of the youthful experience can do. And let me tell you also this, he's going to give the explanation to what I'm about to say. Imagine going to a school, okay, your JHS, your primary to JHS school, and you go out to buy that school and make it better. What a story. So we are going for a short video which will introduce our guest to you on the screens. And from that, you're going to see the school I'm talking about, which is going to talk more about later on. And right after the video, we go straight to talk to the man Fredrick Addy right now in the studios right here of S Live Africa, where we live live the X-Way.
Yeah. Me kai some ram me say me now for force me the Ghana beko baby. Me kai Madam Fubia your friend the crime ready. Yeah. And someone me kind and move I see and the crime one you mieni. What's the fine and make Jimmy Dean come in any. Just believe it, don't you ever give up. When die as soon as we say Martin Luther cry. Yeah, we have a brother man for speed up. Baby now we feel my money how we cry. Yeah, God is in control. Don't you let your fears pull you down. And none of me needed that so yes, still I mean I knew that I deserved the crown.
Shebi be same guys where they been the hate now they wanna share my story. Shebi I be same guy where them underrate now they want follow me jolly. Yeah. Shebi I be same guy where they been the bone now they girl call me honey. But in all my doing so I still give you God the glory. I want me single. Baba God I thank you. Still I go they shout out to Baba God I thank you.
Boost, can't no obey. One man with Nimungu as never. The Christian Empire, but when Mississippi make you seek for God in favor. Be chill what you just pray to God in heaven. He go wipe away your sorrows. Make you come to him with all your burdens. And then we'll have a better day tomorrow. You the fight for that dinero whole lot. Or one more cast a sack and never do it. Me break it through the door was like a movie. Me cham and hook a crowd, they said I fell off. Since I'm an enemy, I done in the groupie. Yeah, can't sack till I die. Nobody can ever pull me down. And man, I mean, any that so yes, still I mean, I knew that I deserved the crown.
Shebi be same guys where they been the hate now they wanna share my story.
As I said, I'm going to say that again. And that brought a lot of laughter into the studio. That today I promised not to ask a damn question. But allow me to ask a question. Who is Mr. Fredrick Addy?
Thank you, Fred. Good morning to my listeners and viewers of this program. Mr. Fredrick Addy is a native from Solomon. That was where I was born. That was where I grew up. Married to a wife called Osha Jimai, an entrepreneur and also a philanthropist.
Okay. So I guess my question wasn't dumb. I've got what I wanted. So how was life before now? Can you take us a bit journey into how life was like in those days?
Fred, life previously was not easy. It was a tough one. As you just said, you can't get everything as you want right now. But life was not achieved on a silver platter. As I was saying, we have passed through life and it wasn't easy. Got to a time you have to struggle. You have to make sure you visit people, plead on them, ask for maybe money for maybe food, money for school fees. Even registration wasn't an easy one. But we thank God, we never gave up because we were determined. Yeah, we don't have to give up in life. You have to get to where you want to get to. We had a destination, and as I'm talking to you now, we've not even gotten there. But gradually, we are passing through life successfully.
Yes. I know when you talk to businessmen and businessmen like that, they try to cut things short. But today, we are here to learn from your story. Okay, so I want something systematic. So, like, we want you to paint a picture for us. Like, for example, me, I also went through similar thing. I have to spend 7 years in JHS. Those days, it was just 25 Ghana cedis that I needed to register for BC. You are lucky. You also SSC. You have done BC. So tell us, how difficult was it for even go through SSC? Give us a bit story on that.
Yeah, it was very difficult. Although we passed through GSS successfully, but it got to a time, as usual, we are not perfect. although you were bad for a while. Yeah. You got to a time you have to go in for this.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then on the process, we got ourselves, we got them pregnant. I mean, the lady I'm talking about now. So parents have to decide on either you don't go to school, you have to stay in the house, so that you take care of
The child you are bringing up. Because you are not a father now, so we can take care of two fathers. Okay, so in the process, you even got a girl pregnant while you were in senior high school.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow, and that means that your parents decided to take care of the child and leave the school. Which school were you in then?
Previously, I completed New Love, that was the JSS, and I entered into St. John's.
Okay, so
Takrady.
in Takrady.
Secondary Takrady.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a nice school. And your bad boy lifestyle meant that you're going to lose the school you dearly love,
Yeah,
and you have to come. How long did you stay after you were asked to stay home from St. John's before you entered a new senior high school?
I have to, when I was in St. John's, I was going to Form 3, and this issue happened. So I have to come back to the house, stay there for maybe about 2 years. With that, there was nobody to even push you, to even motivate you, to even tell you to follow.
From where we are coming from, when you get somebody pregnant, I mean, it's like you killed a human being, you know.
Yeah.
I mean. So from St. John's coming to stay at home, which school did you go again?
I have to come down to Tadiaso Senior High School.
Okay.
With the help of my grandfather.
Okay. Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
May his soul rest in peace.
Oh, man.
May his soul rest in peace.
Okay. Then
He inspired me a lot. He took me to Tadiaso Senior High School, although it was difficult because there was no money in the system. I mean the house. So he has to just go there and apologize or plead on them that they should accept me to be in the school without paying anything. Wow. Although it wasn't like they have given, they want me to be in the school freely, but because of the nature of person he was, he wasn't having anything, so they have to tolerate me. So I passed through, and in the process, even when time of registration wasn't easy, you have to come back, go to people. Most of the time when you didn't get there, they'll drive you. I know where I'm coming from, so it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Because when you approach people for even school fees, they will even tell you, your father took you to school.
And you got a woman pregnant.
So what, you have to even come back and be begging for money and so forth. But we were not discouraged by their words, because we were determined. And that is why we have got into this place.
Wow, that's amazing. You told me some time ago about how you got money to finally register for senior high school. I want her to share that story, then we'll move on.
Okay, as you are saying, it's very true. When I was in school, time for registration, you have to come back and search for money. So it got to a time, I went round without even getting anybody to even assist me. So I was sitting aloof. There's one place in Swamandadi, so where I come from, called After 6.
Okay.
So I was sitting there aloof, lonely. I was sitting there without even getting anybody to approach. No one was even approaching me. So it got to a time, there's this girl, I keep on saying, always, anywhere I stand, I have to mention her name. One, Juliana Brintu. They call her Julie. Bodier's daughter.
Okay.
So she approached me and said, Fred, why? Before then, she was my sister in GSS.
Okay.
So we have passed through GSS, and at time of SS, when he saw me there, he asked me, why am I here? And I said, it's very difficult to even get 20 CDs to pay my registration fees. Not easy. So he said, is it because of this? That is why you are sitting there crying. And so, if only you can see I'm crying, but I've not told you I'm crying.
Sometimes, yeah, you don't have to tell it.
Yeah, so when he saw that, he said, oh, if this being the case, then wait, I'm coming. So all of a sudden, the girl went back. I don't know, he just came and he said, okay, take these 50 CDs. And I tell you, these 50 CDs have really changed my life.
Wow.
If I had not gotten these 50 cities, I wouldn't have been registered to pass out to SHS.
I mean, but I also see the story of somebody who is determined. As I said, in our part of the world, once you get a woman pregnant, you are an outcast, disobedient. I mean, you are challenging your parents in a nutshell. But you were not perturbed. I, for one, the reason why when I was going through 7 years of JHS, I stayed was that I don't have the strength to do some jobs that you can do. So I think that let me pursue education. But you had the physical strength, but still you decided to go through seniors. What is it about education that you were so interested in going through senior high school? I know now you've done different levels of tertiary education. What was that thing about education? To the extent that you've now bought the school you went through, junior high and primary. Tell us that. What is it about education?
Yeah, Mr. Ford, as you are saying, it wasn't easy although. I know education to be part of life. For now, without education, no one can excuse this word, no one can excel as we are all seeing now. So I took it upon myself that I'll not allow people's discouragement, people's words, because I'm not getting money to maybe bring me down. I was so determined. So I have to go down, make sure I get something doing, to the extent that I have to go and ask someone to buy me motorbike for work. This work I'm talking about is an NLA work.
Okay.
And so the person bought me the bike, and the person will use this bike to send you. When you go, the person will be paid 25 cedis. Currently 25 cedis. So the person will be like, okay, let me give you 5 cedis. Then you come and use the 20 cedis as an account, so that was okay. So with this 5 cedis he was giving me, I have to accumulate. I have to make sure I keep this money, this 5 cedis. So instead of him giving me that motor, it got to a time this 5 cedis made me got some money, purchased a motorbike, of which I was not using his anymore. So this 25.
You were working for somebody with his motorbike. At the end of the day, he gives you 5 cedis. Then you accumulated, you saved that 5 cedis and bought your own motor.
Yeah.
Wow. And what happened?
So this 25 cedis, instead of giving it to the person, was rather coming to me.
Because you now own a motor.
Because I own a motor. So I have to also keep this 25 cedis. After buying your petrol, you have to keep some amount. So this amount was kept to the extent that I was able to raise another money to buy additional one.
Additional motorbike.
Additional motorbike. So I bought additional motorbike, then gave it out to somebody to also do the work I was doing for the person. So as of now, myself was doing the work. The person I bought the motor for was also doing the work.
Okay.
So this money will come in two folds.
Okay.
Mine and the person's own.
Wow.
So we just add up. We got to a time we have to get another money, then buy another one. Give it out to somebody.
On that note, I want to help your story to be short. How many motorbikes? Let's talk about motorbikes you own now.
For now, as I'm talking now, I owe about 130 motorbikes.
Jesus. You know, I told you we are going to listen to a story that we can relate to. You understand? Sometimes some of us look down upon some money and be like, oh, this is small money. But if you listen to so many entrepreneurs, you realize that, as we say in Tree, and a bottle, a little drop of water can fill the ocean. You understand? And this is amazing. 100 and what?
30.
130 motorbikes. This is what he's been able to do. Okay, so let's move on from there. Keep your messages coming on WhatsApp and on Facebook. We are going to read each and every one for you. And actually, if time permits us, we will actually open the phone lines for you to call in, because some people called me earlier on in the morning that they want to actually call in and speak to Mr. Fredrick Addy. So you can call and ask some questions that maybe I may not be able to ask here whilst we are on air, you know. So you have the opportunity to do that for yourself whilst you are listening or watching out there at home, wherever you are. And this is global. We are all over the world. So now life has changed from Fredrick Addy, who impregnated a girl and was asked to stay at home whilst they take care of the girl and the child, to Fredrick Addy, who couldn't pay school fees, to Fredrick Addy, who was paid 5 cedis and saved that 5 cedis to get his own motorbike, now has 135 motorbikes. He has cars now. Okay. Now, I always use in that part of the world where you and I come from. Mostly, every rich man has a ticket to hell, and every poor man has a ticket to heaven. You understand? Yeah. I was playing a song by Anna Sitak, said, "What from? Boys may go abum, and so do TV, so I what from." So, do you hear people saying things about you, things that you've never even thought of doing, and how do you respond to that? Because that is important as a man, as a businessman, as a great person. If you are not able to handle criticisms, it can break down, you know. So how do you respond to such rumors? Because maybe off air, I'll tell you some of the rumors that I heard. It was so dirty. You understand? So how do you respond to some of them?
Thank Fred. About what you are saying is very true. You got to a time somebody can even tell you, and when you hear such words, you marvel. All because these are the same people you have even assisted. Mm-hmm. But in life, criticism is part of life. Mm. And as every human, you have to accept criticisms. Mm. Because it makes you whom you are. I was not discouraged by words of people. Mm. Although they keep on saying, but these words has never discouraged me. Because I'm focused. I want to hit my dream. Although we are not determined by dream, dreams rather determines us. As you just the music you just played. Yes, I was listening. Yeah. So I have to focus. Although their words keeps coming as I'm talking to you now, it has not stopped. But wow, I'm not discouraged at all.
Wow. He says he's not discouraged at all because criticisms are part of our life. Now let's look at some of your dreams when. In coach, you were nobody. I'm sure you used to have some dreams. When things change, are you pursuing them or you've changed directions?
No, I have not changed.
And then tell us what some of those dreams were.
These dreams were to make it in life because I come from a family of, I think,
a poor background.
Yeah, very, very poor. But I was so anxious to maybe get there so that I can lift this family out. So I have to keep on going, keep on moving. I wanted to get to a level whereby I can put smiles in the face of people.
That's important.
Yeah, especially not my home alone. The outside world, anybody I meet, I'm always... The way you see me is the same.
Trying to help.
So I was determined to put smiles in the face of people.
And this was your dream.
That was my
dream. And you are living it now.
Yeah.
How does it feel to way back dream of something, then you achieve it? Like for me, anytime I watch KSM interviewing people, I'm like, when am I going to be on KSM show to interview KSM? And all of a sudden, at an event that I was covering for our station, I had to interview him. I'm like, somebody I want to be on his show. I'm now interviewing him, you know. So how does it feel when you realize you're living your dream?
Most of the times, when you hear people standing elsewhere, somebody can approach you, give you words that this person said, if I had not been you, she wouldn't have maybe gotten here. I feel proud when I hear that because most of the students even they have passed through our hands and people goes and come back and says thank you, God bless you. That's the only thing we want in life.
Wow.
Because we think the blessing someone may say to you, we just take it to be mere thing, but it's not like that. That is the most expected thing I always expect people to be telling me.
That God bless you.
Yes.
That's all.
That is all.
Wow. This so touching. This so touching. So now let's get into some specifics. As a young CEO, what have you done or what are you doing to change the face of your community?
Okay. As a young CEO, for now, I have created direct and indirect work.
Okay, or jobs.
Yeah, jobs. I have about almost 600 workers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who are working with me. And also, in my community, I took it upon myself to make a structure, market structure for these market women. Because I kept saying, it has always been my dream that to put smiles in the face of people. So I have to take it upon myself, make a market, give it out. Also, raise a fund for assisting the ladies. Those
in education.
Yeah, in education. Because it got to a time, even this very semester, our students were going. Our area, we always capitalize on cocoa. But this very time, the cocoa didn't help. So I have to come in because I was looking at the grounds and I see parents toiling, searching for assistance. So I have to raise some amount to assist them, which accumulated to about 90,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, for schools.
For schools. And in my community too, I make sure when I see places that I can do something, I have to go there. Because places like that, some communities around Swamanda there, so which may be in needs. So most of the time, I don't even let them approach me. I have to go around and see things by myself. So sometimes I have to go and give out cement for maybe also go and maybe give them potable water and a whole lot, and even make converts, the bridges for people to even also pass on.
In a nutshell, you are becoming like the DC or the MP of the community. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And as Prince EA said, life is all about giving back and things that hit you that you must do, and when you feel like you have to do, you have to do it. Okay. Now let's go somewhere a bit dicey. Yes, but for me, I'll go. Yes. We are having rumors going around that Mr. Fredrick Addy is amassing ambition to venture into partisan politics. Yeah, looking for the fact that just an individual can raise this amount of money that you just mentioned and the help that you're giving out, all of that. Maybe these rumors may be true, and it only makes sense that you go to the highest levels where you can help more than what you're doing. So is it true that you are dreaming to go into partisan politics?
Yeah, this question, as I'm talking to you now, I'm a constituency treasurer for a particular party. So with this, I can't dodge this.
Okay, so that is for the new party.
Yeah, for the new party.
So you're already into, it means I didn't do my research well. So you're already into politics?
Yes, I am.
Okay, another bit of the rumor is that very soon you want to go to parliament. How true is that?
Mr. Fuad, as you are saying, this thing you are asking is because of the way people see our contribution in the community.
Okay.
So most of the time you be in your office, you be in your homes, someone will be knocking at your door. The moment you offer seat for the person, the only thing the person says is, why don't you come into politics? Even as at now, the government money is not being used by you, but look at what you are doing. So it's like people are rather expecting us to get into it, although we may, but for now we are yet to decide.
Okay.
And as we keep saying, the voice of the people
is the voice of the Lord. Okay, that's interesting. So on that note, you've not taken a decision right now to run for parliament for now, but now you are minding your business and also doing your political constituency work as a treasurer.
Yeah.
Then let me stay there for a while. How combine your political activities? I know. Sometimes it's not easy being a public figure in a community and also doing politics. How do you balance that?
This one, there is time for everything, because I scheduled myself well before I entered into politics.
Okay.
That is being the constituency treasurer.
Okay.
Because I knew, although the work is there, if I know very well that I cannot manage this way, because, and most of the times, this work that we are doing, we are not doing it alone.
Yeah.
We have delegated.
People.
Some people are into it. They are assisting. As I'm sitting with you here, the work is ongoing. So there will be no way this one can block my way of doing politics.
But I was also looking at how people look at, okay, he belongs to this party, and those pettiness. Yeah. Do you sometimes face it?
Yeah, no, really, because the way I'm doing my politics, although I belong to a particular political party, but I don't see an opponent to be an outcast. To the extent that when a person is even approaching you, you say this person is
from
part
this
of
party.
me.
So
No, I don't do that. So most of the time, I do welcome all views, even those people from the opposition. I mean the other side. Most of them even comes to us, talks about this thing that we are doing.
Oh wow!
Come in. We are willing to accept. We are willing to do everything. And the way they feel, the way they are saying it. Most of the time, someone is saying something and you see the person is trying to maybe trick you or something, you can see from the face or the looks of things. The way the person is talking, you can see from it. But they mean it because they don't
discriminate your works. Okay. Nana Clinton Atapoku says, "Wow, the power of what 5 Ghana cedi can do in a man's life." He's talking about when you were talking about contributing, accumulating that money. James Fred, God richly bless you. That's what James Fred is talking on Facebook. Ashes, Prince Ashes, DJ Ashes. Say, tell my father I miss him. Yes, you are far away in the north. Okay, let me get some more messages from Facebook before I move on with the rest of the questions. This one is Sampahini Kofi Opintan. That's Kofi Opintan. It says that God richly bless you. This young man, the people of Soma will never forget you. That is Sampahini.
Coming from aspiring.
Yes. So this what do you call it? An evidence of how affable you are in your community, because this man is a strong opponent of you politically, but he's saying that God richly bless this young man. The people of Soma will never forget him. Etamiti Anansi says, pure philanthropist, God richly bless you. Okay. Anansi comes again to say that vote Fred Addy 2020 Ajay. It has started. Okay, and this is Kwabina Igor Boatin says, boss, God bless you. He adds some long one there and says we need you in 2020. Massa, the calls have started coming. You need to take a decision very soon. Okay, so let's continue with our conversation. Okay, so this is what we do. We'll go for a musical break, and when we are back, we go into other things. I know there's a referendum coming on in the Western region, Western North part of the Western region, and we need to decide. So we are going to also seek your view. What do you think about that? People are thinking there's no need for that, and others are saying that it is good. So I'm going to take your views on that, whether we need to go for that. Okay, so now I want us to talk about one of your businesses, which is the education part, the school. Okay, but first, tell us, how does it feel to buy a school you attended?
Honestly, it's not easy because way back people knew where we are coming from to the extent of maybe getting to this stage to buy a school of which we completed. So this school was where I passed, but I have to be sincere. This school has a new look.
Exactly.
Yeah, it
exactly.
has a new look because when I went for this school, the population now has increased about 50%.
So now, how many people are we talking about in numbers?
Honestly, before I went for the school, we were less than 100.
Wow.
Yes, because it nearly collapsed. It has passed through transitions.
Exactly, I know.
Yeah, so when we went for the school, for now, we have about 400 students for now. And when you look at the look of the school for now, it has changed. People even comes asking, why do you have to
put all these beautiful buildings and
such a structure
in
in this community? So I keep telling them, we are capable of anything. Whatever you have in the city, I think
you can bring it
also
here.
have some down there. So both at time I come to the city and look at things, I won't look at it twice. I just look at it. Then
you go and implement.
I'll go and maybe do something to it. So I keep on saying we are not an outcast. So we are not.
But a town that has brought out DJ Switch, what else?
Yes, it's true. Yeah, we have DJ Switch.
So tell us a bit about the school. Is it just the JHS that you run, or primary, or what? Tell us. We want you to.
The school starts from crèche to JSS. As I was saying, it's JSS because I passed out, and I passed out from
the same school.
So JSS is included.
Okay.
And as time progresses, maybe we are.
I think it
to add
senior high school. It will come to pass. Now, tell us, if somebody wants to bring their children to this school, what are some of the things that they will have at New Lab International School that they wouldn't get elsewhere? Or convince parents why they should bring their children to your school and not any other school?
Yeah, I'm saying this because the people there are really caring.
Okay,
and
I mean the staffs.
Yes, the staffs. And also the structure we have there, when you bring your word there, it will not be like, it's a good place. And we are not only doing the learning, and if we have some activities we do attach. We are making moves.
I think it will be important as you are talking about the school. I played a video that showed the classroom and stuff. I think that will be very, very important. Yeah. So yes. So continue.
We have graduate teachers there. I mean, the teachers there are well trained, and we have and because of the motivation we give to teachers, they are always committed. They are always committed. So when you bring your word there, it's like you have lifted a burden from you being a parent. Because we are going to take very, very good care of your word. And please permit me to clear this. There is a rumor ongoing in the so that this school has been, in no time, we are going to collapse this school for nursing. Of which parents are even panicking.
Now you're going to convert the school into a nursing training school.
Yes.
Oh.
We are going to collapse the school to the extent that if someone even wants to bring his or her walls there, they feel like they fear because they have a perception that in no time
The
this
school is
school will be
going to be
no more.
converted into.
But it's not like that.
Mm.
It's not like that. We are not going to do that. Although there have been some approaches that they want us to assist them so that they can have access to nursing training college at Adieso. That is the SDAs. Although they came there, they just came to have a look so that they can secure this thing that was maybe assigned to them. Because so they brought people outside. They brought people from maybe Kumasi, Accra to go and check that they have the facility. So when people see them coming, they think we are going to
convert the school into a nursing.
Well, it was affecting us.
So on your screen is the school building right now. On your screen is the school building, and this is the ultra-modern classroom of the school that you can have. I think you see this in many tertiary classrooms. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So let's talk about school fees payment and all of that. These days of free education. How flexible are your school fees, payment terms, and all of that?
The school fees is very flexible to the extent that some parents will even come from Kumasi. When they come and ask of the amount you are paying, they say, "Wow, you are not serious." What? Because we want to just be part of their contribution to maybe their walls education. Yeah. So we have to limit most of the things. Our payment of fees is very flexible, and each and everyone who brings his word there can afford.
Okay. Thank you very much. On that note, let's move on to this one important thing that I want to have your opinion on. The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is trying to divide the Western region into two, which I support, because if you are moving from places like Joaboso, Dadieso, Yoso, Bekwai to the regional capital, which is Sekindi Takoradi, it takes like 5 hours. The road no good. So every time when you go in, you have to think of hotel, where you sleep, because you can't go and come the same day. Just like if you're in Accra, you want to go to ministries, you can go and do everything and go back to even home. You understand? So for me, as an individual and as an activist, I support the creation of the new, this region of the Western North. By you being also a key stakeholder in the whole of the Western North region, I want to know from Mr. Fredrick Addy, what you think of this referendum. What exactly is the date for the referendum? 27. 27. So what do you think of it? Is it good for us to have a region where we will be part of, or we should still go on with the Kumas and the Sekindi Takoradi one?
Thank you for it. With this one, honestly, we all buy into this idea, and it will be helpful to all of us, being at the Western North. So this initiative the government is bringing is something that will make we, the Western North, very proud. On this note, I want to use this medium to entreat each and everyone outside who is from Western North to always be there.
The Aorin, Swaman, and Sefi.
Because you yourself, I think you are part of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So when the time is due, don't sit here. Please come down
and vote.
Come down and vote. And not you alone. My crew here, I think they are all with me. They are also from Western North. From Anadia. So the likes of Nicholas and Chris Ford. We are all here. So I think when the time is due, they will all come down, because it is going to help all of us. As you were saying, traveling from even our place to Takoradi it wasn't easy. As at now.
Even as of now.
As at now, it's not easy. Before you even get a car, when you go, where you even lodge, it's not easy. But when it's being divided, I think it's going to smoothen the way of the Western North activities.
Now we've done with the most critical things. I want us to get more flexible. Now I want us to talk about entertainment. I've heard of Freddys, where I'm hearing some names of some artists, Kofi Kinata and others dropping, you are bringing them down to that. Yeah, so this Christmas, how true is that?
Mr. Ford, it's very true.
Mm.
Because myself, I like music.
Mm.
As I'm talking to you, I'm a producer for a particular
Singing group.
singing group.
I know that.
Simple Believers.
I've been working with them. Okay.
I'm a producer to them, and this Christmas too, as you are saying, we are going to bring down Kofi Kinata to hit Swama and Adieso.
To do melody.
Yeah. I keep saying Swama, we are capable of anything. Because whatever the city achieves, we can also bring some down to Swama and Adieso.
Exactly. And I think that these days there's no city or village where we're all a global village. It's all about your thinking. You know.
So, as you are saying, I have with me my
Nico. Nick, so
my
tell us a
crew,
bit.
They are also assisting in this Kofi Kinata's show.
Sure,
That is
okay.
coming up on 29th.
Okay, I think your microphone is on. Yeah, so Nick, tell us a bit about the Freddy Fest and what people should be expecting. Sandy, get closer here because you're going to give us nothing.
So yeah, Freddy Fest is
okay, so I'll get it on my phone for you. Yeah.
So Freddy Fest is an annual event. We've been hosting for a couple of years now. We've been doing it for like 2 years, and this year we are doing it more. It's like the biggest wave in Swam and Adieso. So we have an event on the 24th of December. Then we have another event.
Okay.
We have the lunch, the official lunch is on the 24th of December. Then we have a soccer and volleyball competition on the 25th. So the artist night is the biggest, like the big day. That's when we are going to bring the big artists from Accra to Swam and Adieso. So we've been in contact with Kofi, we've done everything, and it's happening like on the 27th of December, 29th of December. The Disco Senior High School, the Disco Park.
Oh, okay, that's what's going to happen. Is it going to be a gated kind of thing?
Yeah, it's
People
a
pay at the
gated,
gate.
it's a gated event.
Is the fee or the rate out?
It's an undisclosed
Okay.
fee. Later on to come out. So we entreat everybody around Swam and Adieso, Enchi, Draboso, to just come for this event.
And then those in Cote d'Ivoire, right?
Yeah, those in Cote d'Ivoire as well, to just come for this event. Then we have a live band event on the 1st of January. So we have like a packed event for just Swam and Adieso people. Because for this is, it doesn't look at just one aspect. It doesn't just do good for people. It doesn't touch people, but we want to entertain people, to take care of them, pay their fees, do everything for them. So we are also looking at entertainment, and we've been doing that for a couple of years now.
Don't worry. Anyway, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Freddie is still in the house, and we appreciate his time, and he and his team in the building here. Almost like 2.5 hours on set right here. The beginning was scratchy with machines and all of that, but we've had a smooth sail and conversation right here. So I'll give my phone so that I can read some messages from Facebook. But then, before I read the Facebook messages, looks like in Ghana, anytime the opposition party sees nothing good happening, the government in power sees everything good happening. I remember in 2015, I was on radio, and it was a program for the youths of various political parties. And when the NDC youths finished speaking, and they told me, Evans, it's your turn. I'm like, I'm sorry. I think that my brother has a spectacle that he used to see things in Ghana, and I don't have that spectacle. So all the good things that he's mentioned, I don't see them. And if I begin to talk, I will be seen to be ungrateful towards the government. So I want the spectacle that he's using so that I can see the thing he's saying. But today, what I want from Freddie is not his political view, but I want him to be sincere. What he thinks is going on in the country, like the economy. Is it getting good, or are we to wait for a little time that things are going to get better? Then, after after that, I want to also to talk about the cocoa production in the Western region this year. How good is it, and how better can it get? So let's start with the economy. How do you see, first as a businessman, is it affecting you or is it impacting you in a positive way or whatever? Let's go with that.
But to be honest with you, the economy is not perfect
Okay.
now,
Okay.
but there's progress.
Mm.
And as they just ended budget, that we should have hope.
Mm.
And we are sure, I think things will turn around, although we are not in a perfect condition.
Mm.
But there is hope, as our Honorable Minister just said,
Okay.
He said there is hope, and it's true that we are expecting something.
Okay, but you as a businessman, how is the economy?
As a businessman, my perspective on this is good. It's not all that bad as we see, because looking at the field I'm coming from, I think although, as I said before, things are not perfect, but we are making progress in everything we are doing.
Okay. That is amazing. And where you are coming from, the main thing that holds that area is cocoa production, which tend to affect the whole country's economy. This year, how is the cocoa production like?
As for Western North, to be sincere, things are well organized because the government didn't leave us out. He made sure the little things he's sharing for the farmers, some are brought to my community per se. So with the cocoa system in my area, things are booming.
Okay, but what about the crop, the yield for this year? Last 2 years, it wasn't good because of the long drought. But this year, I learned it's been raining as it does all the time. So the yield itself, is it good? Are the farmers getting more yield for their cocoa?
Yeah, honestly, it's not like it was previously. But as time goes on, we are seeing some changes in it. But one thing that affects the cocoa farmers mostly is sometimes when they are even able to produce something due to the nature of our roads. When they are even coming for it to the cities, it becomes a major problem.
For example, the harbor.
So with this one, I think all the things are going on well, but I will urge the government in the form of appealing to assist the Western North roads, especially my community Swaman Adieso, for instance, to be in our aid as early as possible.
Okay. So this message is coming in, and I think that I need the camera myself to read it well. This one says that, DJ Ford, I just closed from lectures and I'm listening to the program. My name is, I am Augustine Ngisa from UCC, Deputy Organizer for SWASA. I want to thank Director Freddys for the good work, but I have a question for him. Please, is there any mechanism where we undergraduates and graduate can submit our business plans to him for assistance? That is one. Two, it's quite, I ask people to send comments, but it's a thesis. Okay, so the second one is, can he also create a network team to advertise his school on social media, since we are in the era of computerized society, for others from urban centers to come? Suggestions. We need him to take the seat of Swaman as MP. We beg him. So the first one is there any way graduates and undergraduates and young graduates can submit business plans to you for assistance? That is one. And what are you going to do to make sure New Lab is advertised on social media, since we're in a social media era? That's what he is saying. So I think you want to respond to this one.
Yeah. Firstly, about the question, I said the mechanisms for students' assistance.
Yeah.
Previously, the one that we just did, that was this semester when they were coming. we based on the nature of our cocoa, how it came in late.
Yeah.
So parents were struggling to raise money for assistance. So we took it upon ourselves to assist without even looking at anything, or because we just wanted them to go. But this very time around, if someone wants to be part of this this thing that we did, this package that we gave out, we are going to accept their
Proposal.
their letters that they bring. We make sure we go through your education, your reports. We make sure we have to select. We are going to do a selective work.
Okay.
Because we are not just going to just give it out as we did. We are going to base on a factor.
You need it. You're a needy person and you're also doing well in school. Okay. I think that is what sorts out. But his question was more about people who want to start business. There are some people in school who have business plans, and some have graduated who have business plans, and he is talking about, can you help some people to start their own businesses?
Yeah,
when they
that is
present
when
their business
yes,
proposal.
that is when the proposal comes and it's authentic.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's something genuine.
All right.
Because as of now we are even doing it.
Okay.
So when you come and you look at things and things are well organized and it will assist you being the person or the community at large, we shall do.
Kumasi, you have some
Yeah, already we are doing something there.
in Kumasi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before you want to disclose something, we just want to be
Finish.
yes,
So that when
finish.
people go to see,
Yes.
they see the pictures
Not
and
like
everything.
we're just saying it with that. We don't want to blow our own trumpets.
Okay.
We don't want to do that.
Want the words to speak for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The action speaks
Louder than words. Okay. Thank you very much. So on that note, if there's anything that myself, my production team couldn't ask you that I want you to talk about before you go under 2 minutes, just do that.
Okay. Well, what you are saying is true. I have this motivation from people, especially my own wife.
Okay.
And the way most of the times, the way she inspires me, the way she motivates me when I'm doing anything. Although we think sometimes ladies are always harsh, but when you listen to them very carefully, you have to, when they say something, you have to go back and make assessment, do some special assessment and see, this thing the person is saying, is it really helpful? If it's going to help, I think you just have to take it. So I like her and I'm proud having her by my side always.
Oh, wow.
And I'm Porsche as man.
Shout out going out to you.
And I think you have a name for her.
Yeah, I have a name for her. She goes by a special name that I don't know how many of these guys here know. Slinger.
Yeah, Slinger. Wherever
okay.
you are.
Yeah, your
I'm proud of
husband.
you.
Yeah, husband is appreciating you.
Also, I'm always motivated by the people I found around me, especially my chairman, as he just mentioned his name. Chairman Asrifi. Yeah, he's my mate.
Okay,
in university.
Okay, which school is that?
GBUC.
Okay.
Ghana Baptist University
College. What course are you reading there?
Accounting. We are both in accounting.
You lost money.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the time where I'm going to let Chairman Asrifi comes in. Chairman Asrifi, grab the microphone close to yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro.
Okay, so how's the relationship with Director One?
Oh, Fuad, I must thank you and God bless you for a wonderful work doing. In fact, my relationship with Fuad,
Fred.
I always thank God for the opportunity given me
To meet him.
Yeah, for sure. And what I can tell Fred is that he should continue doing what he's doing. The sky is the same. Yeah. And Fred is a man of action.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a man of action. If you are to just talk about what Fred is doing, my brother, it's a whole lot. So the little thing I can say that for putting smiles in people's face like that, I'm a beneficiary of what you were just saying. Yeah. And if you are to talk about what he's doing, my brother. So what I will entreat all of us, I'll make James, Fredrick, Eternity, Adelaide and Co. is that coming 29th, we are all dropping down at that. Yes, life and courage. Yeah. So far, God bless you for a wonderful work doing. Nick, I appreciate your moves. My brother, yeah, we love you all. James and Co. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Ohimba says I should play Money Yo by Hamilton to director. We'll try and see if we can get that. Okay, so let me go. The prodigal son into this studio.
Yeah.
I wanted to block him from coming. He started as a producer here. He came 2 weeks and that was it. What's up?
I'm doing well, bro.
Long time no see, no hear.
Yeah, Accra, the hustling story all over
Charlie. If you're in Accra and if you're not careful, you obey Babonini. Because it's like everything's about yourself, but we try. Oh yeah, sorry. We try to have time for people. So what's going on?
Oh, everything is cool, bro. Work things. And then I actually saw your post yesterday on a group page.
Yeah, okay.
That we are meeting our director. And then coincidentally, today is my off day.
Wow.
I said, wow, what a move. Let me be fast in meeting my own director one.
Oh, okay.
I actually used to be a teacher in our school.
Okay.
Yeah, New Love. And then, well, everything was quite massive because Freddys was doing everything for us. But some of us wanted to change environments,
But you are just like one pastor in Kumasi. Adako Yadom. He's not supposed to be a pastor. He's supposed to be a comedian. Wow. You will make trillions from being a comedian than to be a pastor. you are supposed to go into modeling. I've told you.
Seriously.
And in the media. I'm saying on air. Okay. All right. Some shout out and let's.
Shout out to my main man over here, Mr. Fredrick Addy, aka Freddys, to Nicholas, to the game right there in McCarthy Hills, and then all the D-Town boys, Knights, Mega Brain, and a whole lot. I can't mention them all here, bro.
Okay. Nick, pick the microphone and let's your final words and your shout outs.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Hope campaign. We have an event in December. I think the Youth Summit. Obon was mentioning from Facebook, so it's happening in December. I think the date has not been set, but it's happening in December. So Hope Campaign Youth Summit coming up in Swansea this week. So watch out for it. Then the 31st 2018 December 29th, we are taking Kofi Kinata to Gambia. So whatever happening in Accra, we're going to have it in Gambia.
It's okay. Okay. So my main guest, Mr. Freddy, your final words and people that you want to say greetings and shout out to, apart from the one that you did for our wife.
Yes. Shout out to my brother Prince Ohiniba.
He's watching live.
Started.
Yeah.
In fact, he has been helpful because he takes care of everything when in my absence.
Exactly.
I think I do appreciate his input in my work.
Okay.
I like him. And also to my dad and mom. I wish my mom a speedy recovery.
Okay.
And my party executives. From chairman to down.
Okay.
And my honorable DC, Honorable Christian Kwame Fiba. Shout out to Honorable Christian Kwame Fiba for the good work you are doing at Swama and Adeosi. We do see them all.
Okay.
And to all the crew I came with and all my workers, this 500 and something staffs. In fact, I like them. And my brother K.
Okay,
yeah. Everybody's house. Maybe in my absence, I think they are there making sure things are going on well. So I do like them. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Okay. So this has been the one-on-one with Mr. Fredrick Addy, the CEO of Freddys Group of Companies, all the way from Swam and Dadia. So sharing his experience with us, how life started, and where he is today. And I think that with the zeal, tenacity that he has, I think that he's just achieved about 10% of what he wants to achieve for himself and the world around him. And all of us are going to do our best to make sure that it happens. And the most important thing is that what are you taking out from what you've had today? That's the most important thing. Make sure that you take something out of it, and make sure that if Freddy is able to build about a 50 or a 60-story building, you'll be able to build 100 or 200. That is that. The new generation should be able to do more than the old generation. You understand? So for me, that is the most important thing. We need to listen to people's story and take the inspiration out of it and build ourselves. Okay, on that note, I thank my crew here, Na, Abigail, a level 400 student from JIJ, and also to brother Edward, pounding and managing the camera for us right here, and the big man himself, Mr. Bobby. These are my production team for the show this morning, and big thanks to our technician, Mr. Mills. When things got tough here, he came to make sure that we are sorted out. So thank you. And to my boss, C.D. Thompson, listening to us live from London. Yes. And that the show has been Good Morning Africa, and I'm out.